Now I've been in New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met a from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate like spaghetti, I'm hitting gas and Dreddy. Met some killers in Memphis, like they from Oakland. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. Ain't talking about roses, literally I'm lean. Mix it like a bought it in Nashville. Then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's sun, California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me up Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota in October. Don't interrupt, darling, I'm in the zone. Why does everywhere I go just remind me of home? You know that state of gold with the bed. Them other places come close, but they don't compare. Now I've been in New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
California, no place like California.
Fresh off a flight to Boston, got a BZ in Maryland that I pipe too often. Headed right to Austin, most likely flossing. Type exhausted, high as a forklift. Handful of goons out in Colorado. Any given afternoon, you can catch a hollow. Honestly, it's the same out in Richmond, Virginia or California. Either state, you can get it. I done seen everywhere from Russia to Delaware, trust me, I'm well aware. Barcelona to Bel Air, Petty to the Detroit. Don't tell him he saw how heavily he balls. Every project, every seashore. And I ain't content trying to see more nomadic. I probably wind up alone. All it takes is a melody to remind me of home. Now I've been in New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
California, no place like California.
C-A all day. C-A.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, the passing game will be a focus. The Steelers are top 10 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against the Browns, who will be testing that coverage. The towels are out, but it's set to be a cold one at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. That's where we'll say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, despite the elements, these fans here in western Pennsylvania, they wouldn't dream of missing this one as you get a look inside snowy Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
He'll look to throw. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball. A terrific pass rusher off the edge.
Now a run with a fullback Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Second down following the run.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. First down carry now for Crowell. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Back to throw here. A screen complete to Crowell. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Dumping it off for Johnson. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Take this one down near the 15. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Again, it's Crowell. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL. And now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Really nice connection on the corner route. This is a play where the receiver wants to set up the defensive back by moving him inside and then breaking back to the corner.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a Wildcat look. It's Bell. And the gadget package there won't do much for him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain, and it's 2nd down. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
Calvin Pryor's exactly what you're looking for in a safety who polices the middle of the field.
And on 2nd and 10 now. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's brought down. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. He's got time in the pocket. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he powers his way up past the 30. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd and 5. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Roethlisberger goes underneath for Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right. And fights him off. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Dancing to his left. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. They keep it with Crowell on first. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Let's go! Green! No. Check! Patriot!
On second down, Johnson. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Hurry up, here we go! Philly, here we go! Get your over!
They'll go with a keeper. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Another pistol look here.
Hurry up, here we go! Green! Gun!
On the counter, it's Crowell. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And ready now for 2nd and 9.
No. Check! Patriot! Hurry up, here we go!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He has Britt over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, it's one thing to complete that pass on a nice sunny 70-degree day, but in these elements, that's a tough thing to do.
It is, and let's just put the whole thing together, not just throwing the ball. Trying to protect the quarterback now when you got the pass rushers coming at you, and maybe things are a little slippery on the field. The guys trying to cover downfield, wanting to make sure they keep their footing as the guys make their cuts. Looking back and locating the ball, you name it, it's difficult all the way around. But the guy throwing it, he may have the toughest task.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go! Green!
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. again with Crowell. Fighting his way down to about the 30. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Here's a give to Crowell, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
This is Crowell. Down right around the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Let's go!
They'll set up to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Let's go! Watch it now, Marty! Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And this one is right through. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jamie Collins in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's fielded at the 34. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Britt's got it, complete. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And let's not take for granted, in these conditions, that's never an easy pass and catch.
You really got to find a way to drive the ball. You know, get your grip. You know, that's why we see some of the guys now that put the gloves on when they throw the ball in this type of a condition. Sometimes the glove might make it too slippery. So you got to figure out what's going to work for you. But how about the receivers? Looking back and trying to locate the ball coming through snow and making sure they have full concentration.
So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Looking to throw. This one complete to Coleman. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Well, that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger going for the deep ball. And got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. I think their fans are saying, hey, where's that Roethlisberger to Brown connection been in this one?
First time they get together is in the second half. I don't think any of us would have predicted that going in because we know how valuable that is to their offense. And that could be a big reason why they're not winning right now.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They begin with a run by Corral. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On the run, it's Corral. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Watching now, Barney, set, green, 39.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
All right, now, look at it. No, check. Patriot. Now. Blue landed.
The handoff running left. Corral. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Handoff to Corral, and he'll be taken down at the 34. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions. interceptions thrown already. We'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well.
And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on 1 run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
James has got it. Complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Now Bell. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. They'll be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So this hasn't exactly been a battle of one touchdown after another, but at 3-3 now here in the fourth, it's been a pretty doggone entertaining game.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pitcher's duel in baseball, don't you think? The aficionados can appreciate a tightly fought game like this.
Yeah, but the fantasy players, not so much. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Here we go.
And he's got room. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. His throw incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And quickly they get to the line. Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, timeout on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
Here's Roethlisberger. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 3 yards left to grab here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Again, it's Bell, and he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Shift together here from the D-line. And now Roethlisberger signals for a timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And off the upright, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for the Steelers, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one.
Your crack at dawn, Monday morning coffee, strong, pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. Your power stroke, diesel backhoe riding king, 18-wheeler driving, living life in between the lines of clocking in and quitting time. Then the six-string circus comes to town. We